Before me, Anthony J. Petrucci, the clerk of the county, and state aforesaid personally appeared.
That's not the one you need to.
Not the wrong one.
John, you got some of the clerk's papers there?
I do not.
I saw it, Houston, I saw his paperwork.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't have it.
I don't
here.
Tony, you're up. You just ask for nominations. Just ask for nominations for president of the commission.
We can do that. First thing we have on the agenda is nominations for president of the county commission. So I'll open up a motion for that.
I would like to make the motion to appoint Eddie Goggenauer as president again for this coming year.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Catlett to appoint Mr. Goggenauer as president for the upcoming year. Is there a second to that?
There's a second.
A second by Mr. Whitaker. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, so we'll go ahead and swear you in. You go ahead. For me, Anthony J. Petrucci, clerk of the county, and state aforesaid personally appeared Edgar Guggenauer, who has been duly appointed as president of the Berkeley County Commission and took the subscribed following oath. Hand up. I state your name.
I, Edgar Goggenauer,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia.
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia.
I state your name.
I, Edgar Goggenauer,
Do solemnly swear I will faithfully discharge
do solemnly swear that I will discharge
the duties of the office of the President of the Berkeley County Commission
the duties of the office of the President of the Berkeley County Commission
to the best of my skill and knowledge,
to the best of my skill and knowledge.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Clerk, I'm sorry. I did have your paper.
Oh, that's all right. Need a,
Yes, sir.
not mine. Thank you. You're good for that. Okay, next we have on the agenda is nominations for the vice president of the Berkeley County Commission. So I will open the floor for nominations for vice president of Berkeley County Commission.
I nominate Commissioner Steve Catlett for Vice President of the Berkeley County Commission.
We have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Hardy to nominate Commissioner Catlett as vice president. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Whitaker. And okay, any discussion on that? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Same side as opposed. Motion carries. Okay, so we have that done. We'll go ahead and swear in Mr. Catlett. Anybody have an apple box or anything around so I can? How you feeling? Looking good today? Okay.
Just don't make him talk too much.
No. Before me, Anthony J. Petrucci, clerk of the county, and state aforesaid personally appeared Steve Catlett, who has been duly appointed as vice president of the county commission and took the subscribed following oath. I, raise your right hand, state your name,
I, R. Stephen Catlett,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United
and
States
the Constitution of the State of West Virginia.
and the Constitution of the great state of West Virginia.
I state your name,
I, R. Stephen Cadlet,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will fully discharge the duties
I will fully discharge the duties
of the office of Vice President of the Berkeley County Commission
of the office of Vice President of the Berkeley County Commission
to the best of my skill and judgment.
to the best of my skill and judgment.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, sir. Right? I think I'm done, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks. Sir. Yeah. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, real quick, we're just going to take about a 2-minute break. And one more pictures. Just take some pictures here, all right? So we'll Okay, we're back in session. Any items from the public? Hearing none. Need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Been properly moved in second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, ayes have it. Any questions with Tracy on the purchase order law? It's quite extensive.
Mm-hmm.
What you get for taking a couple of weeks off.
Right.
There are no internal budget revisions this week, but we do have multiple change of status.
You want to earn your money now, Mr. President.
Hiring recommendation received from the Honorable Rob Blair, Sheriff, for Brady Hemp as a deputy sheriff with an annual salary of $57,466. That's effective 1/20/26. Hiring recommendation received from the Honorable Rob Blair, Sheriff, for Timothy Everhart as a deputy sheriff with an annual salary of $59,187. That's effective 1/20/26. Hiring recommendation received from the Honorable Rob Blair, Sheriff, for Thomas Jones as an animal control officer with an annual salary of $40,968. That's effective 1/13/26. Hiring recommendation received from the Honorable Rob Blair, Sheriff, for Shelley Brock as a part-time administrative assistant with a compensation rate of $22 an hour. That's effective 1/16/26. Hiring recommendation received from Tim Zaya, Director of Community Corrections, for Gene Poole as a part-time DRC driver with a compensation rate of $17.82 an hour. That's effective 1/12/26. Hiring recommendation received from Brian Ross, Director of Community Development, for John Ryder as a Building Inspector 1 with an annual salary of $50,000. That's effective 1/20/26. Change of status received from Jennifer Swisher, Director of Emergency Communications, for Brittany Connor, Telecommunicator 1, for a grade increase to level 2 for years of service with a salary change from $52,858 to $55,501. That's effective 1/10/26. Change of status received from Jen Swisher, Director of Emergency Communications, for Caitlin Shank, Telecommunicator Trainee, with a grade increase from level 1 for completion of training with salary change from $48,674 to $52,858. That's effective 1/10/26. Change of status received from Jen Swisher, Director of Emergency Communications, for Brandy Arnold, Telecommunicator Training, for a grade increase to level 1 for completion of training with a salary increase of $48,674 to $52,858. That's effective 1/10/26. Change of status received from Jennifer Swisher, Director of Emergency Communications, for Shelby Yeager, Telecommunicator Trainee, for a grade increase to level 1 for completion of training with a salary change from $48,674 to $52,858, and that's effective 1/10/26. Change of status received from Tim Zaya, Director of Community Corrections, for Sierra Hernandez, custodian, to a change positions to DRC drug screening technician with a salary change from $32,250 to $39,812. That's effective 1/16/26. Change of status received from Chad Weinbrenner, Deputy County Administrator, for Ashley Shemp, drug screening technician, to change position to custodian with a salary change from $39,812 to $32,250. That's effective 1/10/26. We do have a letter of resignation received from Gary Wine, County Administrator, for Chase Weinbrenner, IT Manager. That's effective 1/30/26. Letter of resignation received from Randy Lilly, Director of Emergency Management, for Sean Woodford, Emergency Manager. That's effective 1/17/26. Have a letter of resignation received from the Honorable Rob Blair, Sheriff, for Caleb Atkinson, Deputy Sheriff. That's effective 12/31/25. Letter of resignation received from Tim Zion, Director of Community Corrections, for Amanda Small, Peer Recovery Coach. That's effective 1/2/26. The December 18th minutes, everybody was here, so they can be left in the consent agenda. We do have a bond reduction for Mountaineer Behavioral Health, BCP file number 2511-322. That's bond number GM 2106618. Bond reduction for Jackson Hill, lots 1 through 99, BCP file number 2511-324 and number 2210-292 and 2507-205. Anybody have any questions on that? Okay, and we have a request to apply for a Records Management Preservation Board grant for fiscal year 27. It is in your packet.
And you historically, Mr. President, that's something you've applied for and gotten probably 20 years in the making, so it's nothing new.
Very good. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is a proclamation for one of our longtime citizens who just turned 100 years old, Mr. Meredith Smallwood. And I'm going to ask Commissioner Whitaker to read that proclamation.
That'd be my pleasure. Mr. Smallwood, he is my father-in-law. It has whereas Meredith R. Smallwood was born on Christmas Day in 1925 in Berkeley County, West Virginia. And whereas Meredith graduated in 1943 from Bunker Hill High School, married Mary Frances Wilson, and together raised 5 children. And whereas Meredith retired in 1987 from Reimers Electric Steam Incorporated in Clearbrook, where he was employed for 40 years. And whereas Meredith named the honorary mayor of South Berkeley in 2005, penned "This Is My Story" in a 2020, and gifted copies of his autobiography to friends and family while encouraging donations to be made to the Gideons International, a favorite charity. And whereas longevity of life is a blessing from God for the individual and for their families, friends, and for the greater community, which have benefited from the sharing of experiences, creativity, and knowledge. Now therefore be it resolved that Berkeley County Commission, on the occasion of Meredith R. Smallwood's 100th birthday, congratulate him on this remarkable milestone. Adopted this 8th day of January 2026.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, motion to adopt the proclamation.
It'd be my pleasure to.
Properly moved.
Second.
And second. Any
I wonder
further
how many
discussion?
people in Berkeley County knew there was a Bunker Hill High School. So I read that part.
I had the privilege to participate in a drive-by parade in front of his house a week or so ago, and it was fun. So it was a good day.
And they've been married for 78 years.
Well,
I'll be lucky if I live to be 70.
All right.
is he going to make the jelly jar?
You know, we should have applied, but I'm pretty sure we can probably still get it.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you. The Berkeley County of Berkeley 457B Deferred Compensation Plan.
It's,
Still want to speak on that?
yes, sir, that's your nationwide 457B deferred compensation plan that you offer. It's a government plan. It's dates clear back to 1997, and nothing's changing. It's just a matter of formality and paperwork to keep it moving forward. No contribution by you. This is all the employees' efforts.
Okay. Need a motion. Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I was going to say, move to accept the consent agenda. Includes the deferred compensation plan.
Yes, sir. Been properly moved
Second.
and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you. Let me get caught up here. I'm trying to get to you, Larry. There we are. Yes, sir. Morning up, sir. Next is our assessor, Larry Hess. Good morning, sir. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you and congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
I do have a few things this week. First thing we have, I need to bring to you would be office air exonerations. I have a total of 8 of them. total up to $2,542.22. The first one, I'd like to make a comment on Semper Liberi. They are a 501c3 and didn't get listed as being exempt, so we had to switch that one. That second one, I'll make a comment on that one. The assessment was $7,350. They put a 2 in front of it, so it come out to be $27,350. Makes a big difference.
Sure.
The rest of them are just double billed and those type of things, so. I need your approval on those 8 personal property exonerations, $2,542.22.
Okay, my sheet says 9. Do you have 8 or 9, or does it really matter, the number?
6, 7, 8. No, I'm sorry. There's 9.
Okay,
There's usually 8 on there. I don't know why. Sometimes it comes out with 9 and I don't know.
all right.
I'm sorry.
Need a motion
You're
to
right.
approve the 9 personal tax exonerations due to office area totaling $2,542.22.
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
It's been properly moved in second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Okay, thank you. The next one is for Triumph Property Group LP. It is a property that they purchased. It's the old Sino Swersion building with the air guard. And it's listed as personal property because they don't own the land. So what happened with this is they bought that back in 21. And I always have John contact them every year to see if there's any transfers, because bill of sales, we don't get copies of those bill of sales. We get copies of the deeds and the wills, we don't get the bill of sale. So John contacted Mr. Neal up there, and he said we didn't have any transfer. This was before, in the spring of 21. Well, there wasn't any transfers between the airport authority, and they didn't buy or sell anything. But this building, this personal property building, sold to Triumph as a bill of sale, and we weren't notified of that. So it's sold to a group that's tax exempt. I think it was
Amivets.
yeah, can't remember the name, but at any rate, it's tax exempt. So it shouldn't have had a bill the following year, and for the last 5 years. It's just a bill on paper. They didn't owe any money, they didn't pay any money, we're not getting any money back. But there are on the tax tickets we need to just get rid of. So there's 5 of them from tax year 21 to 25. And it does add up to $374,030.62. That's a lot of money, but
Which
nobody gave
is
any money.
quite a
nobody-
triumph for
We
them.
didn't collect any money. It's paper. So, but that's a big one.
Right.
But any rate, now we are getting copies of those bill of sales. So now that we found this, they don't happen very often. You don't get too many bill of sales, but we are getting copies of them now, so we won't miss them if we get a sale and we're not notified. We'll be able to catch them, but I need your approval on that one for that amount of money.
Very good.
So this action here is not moving any money from your coffers to their coffers. This is just for you. This action today is to clear your paperwork.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, need a motion to approve the 5 personal tax exonerations for commercial business due to office area totaling $374,030.62.
So moved.
Second.
Been properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You-
The only other thing I have is, I do have one for real estate, an exoneration for Inwood Retail Venture. It's behind next to the food line up there where they built the new food line. And they split off a piece of property, and this part became a common area, which is tax exempt. So it didn't get keyed as that, so I had to make a correction on that. For the amount of $2,000 $777.86.
Okay, need a motion to approve the real estate tax exoneration due to office air totaling $2,777.86.
So moved.
Properly moved
Second.
and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Y'all
sir.
have, y'all have a good day.
You too.
Happy New Year.
Okay, next up, board commission, reports. Commissioner Boyd.
Anything to report, sir?
Okay, good. Commissioner Hardy.
It's been kind of slow the last couple of weeks with all the holidays, but I did have a planning commission meeting on Monday night. It was your typical planning commission meeting. We had 3 public hearings that went off without a hitch, and we had a couple more projects that we had moved forward. And talking about the updates to the plan that we're working on, it eludes me the name of that, the strategic plan, updating that.
Comp plan, right?
Yeah, the comp plan. And we'll have a meeting on that today. There's a public there's a planning commission meeting on that today with staff and a few of the members. And that's about all I've had.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Whitaker.
No meeting to report today.
Commissioner Keller.
Had 2 meetings Tuesday night, was not able to make due to being under the weather, and I appreciate you attending in my absence.
Yeah.
So you can report.
It was good. I think they got excited when they saw me walk through.
Well,
You're back, you're back.
They would have been glad I wasn't there, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, it was actually, it gave me an opportunity to once again thank another board in our county that serves to the best interest of our community. Just to go and simply say thank you to them. And of course, the sewer district is very active. They're very busy with a lot of upgrades throughout the county, between the Woods Resort, Northwood Winds, Chopwood Pump Station. They're still working with Echo Lab facility to get that all in compliance, and the Spring Mills Pump Station removal project. They have a lot going on there, and that the staff does really good work there, and that board is so engaged. I am always impressed with the knowledge that board has on that general operation of that district. They're very well engaged and in tune with what's going on. I know one of the issues that they've been working with has been with Union Gap subdivision, and they're still waiting on those estimates for repair of that particular facility. And as far as the stormwater board, there was not a whole lot going on there. They're still waiting on their new permit, and but they did have their election, and the sewer district. The chair of the sewer district is John Kunkel, treasurer Greg Rowe, and secretary is John Myers. On the stormwater, the chair is Greg Rowe, the treasurer is John Kunkel, and the secretary is John Myers. So I'll thank them for their commitment to those boards. Gary and I were on WR&R. I think it was Tuesday?
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
yesterday.
Yeah. So that's always good. We were on for an hour to answer as many questions as they could throw at us in that amount of time, and explain why or why not things are happening the way they do. But that's always good. And but also on Monday, I did have a meeting with Nick Deal at the airport, and to listen to a lot of opportunities that they're working on there. And I don't want to get out in front of Nick and all of his partnerships that he's working on, but there's some good things coming there, and I'm just really pleased that bringing a whole lot of different agencies to come together to make something good for our airport and the educational portion of that business. So that pretty much winds out my time there. So let's see. We do have a reappointment packet received from Patrick Morey from the LAPC. I would like to, for someone to make that a reappointment, for Patrick to the LEPC.
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved in second. Any further discussion? I just want to say that he's very active, in our LEPC. So, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Ayes have it, thank you. And, reappointment packet, received from Elise Gregory for our LEPC. I'll need that a motion also.
I would like to make that motion to reappoint Elise to that position.
Yes.
Second.
And second, been properly moved and second. Any further discussion? Once again, she represents the school board, and the school board is very active with our LAPC, so we appreciate, Elise, and the board. But, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you. And we do have a letter of resignation received from Robert Mahaffey for the Martinsburg, Berkeley County Public Library. So that's going to finish out that portion. Our next up is our honorary commissioner, Aubrey English from South Middle School. Good morning.
Morning, Aubrey. Can I get you to come up here and stand in front of the flag, and we'll get you all sworn in here this morning. Get you to stand right here. Get you to raise your right hand. You want to look this way a little bit, so take a picture of you, all right? Make it all official. Repeat after me. I, Aubrey English,
I, Aubrey English,
do swear
do swear
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
that I will work hard to fulfill my responsibilities
that I will work harder to fulfill my
responsibilities of the honorary commissioner
of the honorary commissioner
to which I have been appointed.
to which I have been appointed.
So help me God.
So help me.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here today. We've got a little certificate here for you. We'll get some pictures in a little bit. If you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, where you go to school, maybe if you have any brothers or sisters, maybe what you want to do when you graduate from school. So I'll give the floor is yours.
I go to Martinsburg South Middle School. I have 9 siblings, including half and step siblings.
Wow. Where do you fall in the mix? You the oldest, youngest, in the middle?
Middle.
In the middle?
Yeah.
I got you.
What I plan to do with my future is I have 3 things that I'm looking at right now. Is either becoming a writer, a lawyer, or a therapist.
Oh, that's awesome. Those are all very good jobs to be able to help other people. So, well, thank you very much for being here today. Does anybody else have any questions for Aubrey?
I'll tell you, I'm impressed that you have really an open book kind of a deal where you really want to keep your options open. And just by meeting you this morning, I think you have a very bright future on whatever you choose.
Thank you.
So we want to welcome you this morning.
And thank you for being here. We appreciate your time. And
Thank you for having me.
and if you have anything that you'd like to chime in on while we're discussing it here this morning, you're one of us. You're more than welcome to chime in. All right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
All right. Commissioner Whitaker.
Yes, sir. Mr. President, we do have a nomination I'd like to make a nomination for Nadine Kennedy for the Eastern Panhandle Transit Authority. We interviewed her a couple weeks ago, and I think we pretty much come to the conclusion we'd see fit to have her on that board if that would be my motion.
Very good. I need a second.
I'll second that.
Yeah, it's been properly moved in second. Any further discussion? I know that she brought a lot of enthusiasm
She did.
with her interview and the vision moving forward. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you. Next up is Will Lawrenson, our fiduciary supervisor. And we have several estates to go over today.
We do.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Happy New Year. This morning we have 19 estates for final or interim settlement for the month of January 2026. All estates for final or interim settlement this morning are identical to those found in your read ahead. Additionally, these estates proposed for settlement have been legally or actually noticed of their proposed pending settlement status as prescribed by West Virginia law. Furthermore, my office has received no written notice of objections to date from any interested parties of the estates herein. Lastly, all claims of debt publicly filed against each of these estates have either been released as paid in part or in full by the creditors themselves, or the estate has been declared to be insolvent, meaning no probate assets remain to pay heirs, beneficiaries, and creditors alike. Without objection from any present interested party in the audience today, I ask for this commission's consideration for the approval of the 19 estates for final or interim settlement in the month of January 2026.
Very good. You've heard the request of Will. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Mr. President.
Been properly moved
Second?
and second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you, Will. Thank you, sir.
Next, we have the estate hearing for the estate of Linda Lou Brown, who passed away October 25th, 2025, a resident of Berkeley County. On December 5th, 2025, a Tracy Marie Brown presented a seemingly original, legally valid on its face last will and testament dated May 11th, 2021. However, the will fails to self-attest, meaning that the notary seemingly notarized the testator's signature page while failing to notarize the self-attesting affidavit where the witnesses actually signed. The witnesses attested to nothing before a notary public. Therefore, as is often done in this chamber when presented with a non-professionally prepared will, my office offered the choice to Ms. Brown to track down 2 witnesses and to have them sign deposition forms and swear to the circumstances of the will's execution. Otherwise, a formal petition would be required before this body. Obviously, Ms. Brown chose the latter. It should be noted that the decedent had 4 children, yet this will only gives to 2 of them. Tracy Brown and Michelle Brown are beneficiaries under the will. Indeed, Charles Brown and Kim Barrett, the decedent's other 2 children, are not mentioned at all in the last will and testament. Still, on its face, the will seemingly meets all of the formal requirements of Chapter 41 of the West Virginia Code. With that, and without objection or comment from any interested party in the audience today, I ask for this commission's consideration in allowing the unproven will of Linda Lou Brown for probate in solemn form.
Do I have any questions for Will?
Anyone here?
I believe so, yes. We have, do you guys wish to say anything, or? Good, all right.
Okay, need a motion to support Will's,
So moved, Mr. President.
And second?
okay, it's been properly moved and second to accept the will as presented in solemn form. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you. Will.
Okay. Situated here. Okay, next we have the estate hearing for Hugh Edward Heaton. Mr. Heaton passed away on September 13th, 2025, a resident of Berkeley County. On December 8th, 2025, Mr. Stephen Heaton appeared before my office with a copy of the decedent's last will and testament. As this body knows, West Virginia has a rebuttable presumption that if an original will cannot be found, it is thought to have been intentionally destroyed by the testator. However, the petitioner can file a petition to this commission to rebut said presumption and to seek to have the copy admitted into probate, which is what is happening right now. Let's see. The will gives all residual probate assets to a living trust dated January 24th, 2017. Presumably, the trust supports the decedent's family members, but my office is not in possession of said trust, so I'm only speculating there. With that, and without any objection or comment from any interested parties in the audience here this morning, I ask for this commission's consideration to probate the copy of the last will and testament of Hugh Edward Heaton in solemn form.
Okay, you've heard the request of Will. Need a motion to accept the will in solemn form for Hugh Edward Heaton.
Second.
Been properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you. Thank you, Will.
Okay. All right. Where am I here? I believe our last hearing is, well, our last estate hearing, that is for the estate of Arthur Lee Carpenter. That estate also involves a copy of last will and testament, identically to the past the estate that we just approved in solemn form. It is a copy, therefore there's a rebuttable presumption of the will being destroyed, and that will can be rebutted as it was. Basically, we're asking for the exact same thing there. The will meets all legal validity requirements of the code in Chapter 41, and all that remains is for the will to be accepted in solemn form. So with that, and without any objection from any interested party for the estate, no? I do ask for the last will and testament of Arthur Lee Carpenter Jr. to be accepted into probate in solemn form.
Okay. Need a motion to approve the request for the estate of Arthur Lee Carpenter.
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Let's have it. Thank you. Thank you, Will.
I don't know if you want to take a breather or if you're tired of me yet, but I do have one more this issue for you.
Is there anybody to speak? Because we're way ahead of schedule. Will there be anybody to speak on this particular issue that you're aware of?
Do not believe so. I have not been made aware of any such objection or.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and finish you up, and then we'll take a break.
Okay. Lastly, we have the proposed administrative closings of delinquent estates. This is a first, to my knowledge, in Berkeley County. In 2019, the West Virginia legislature heard various concerns from various counties, Berkeley included, regarding the vast amounts of delinquent estates gathering in fiduciary supervisor and clerk's offices around the state, stemming either from a personal representative's lack of understanding to the probate process in general, a personal representative's illness prohibiting them from coming into the office or prohibiting them from continuing to serve, or a personal representative's passing. These estates remain delinquent and on our books, and these are in the numbers of hundreds, if not thousands, estates that have been opened and nothing has happened, either, again, because of illness or because somebody opened an estate with the thought that there was hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in a bank account, and it turns out there was $20 in a bank account, and they don't want to continue with that. However, their legal duties still remain, thus they still remain on our books. This creates confusion in the fiduciary offices and clerk's offices themselves, but also with title searching attorneys and companies seeking to clarify on public record who has interests in what land and what personal property wherever situated. In 2021, the legislature attempted to stem the tide of this problem by enacting the Small Estate Act, which allows estates with little to no assets to file just one affidavit declaring probate property and getting 6 months from the date of filing to transfer title as intestacy or a will provides. However, this does nothing to stem the problem of estates that have already been opened. Almost no clerk's office nor fiduciary supervisor uses this code section, perhaps from a lack of understanding or perhaps from a lack of willingness to go through the formal process. It is quite the process. For whatever reason, there's little guidance, especially from other counties in the Eastern Panhandle, regarding the proper procedures for administrative closing of estates. In years previous, with this commission's, I have asked this commission, previous commissions, to present this body with a far larger number of estates for delinquent estates that was met with some hesitation in the past. Concerns regarding closing hundreds of estates all at once was too much. How, for instance, are commissioners to be sure that they had no relatives or friends on that list? That is a quelled concern. We're not actually transferring title to anything. We're putting a period at the end of the sentence. That's all we're doing. An estate was opened, nothing happened for, in these cases, 10 years, and we stopped the administrative process, right? That's all we're doing. Would that, it created some concerns. This and many more concerns led me to shelving the idea until now. The code section allowing me to administratively settle these delinquent estates only allows this procedure twice a year, January and July, and is limited to all estates that have been delinquent for at least 12 months. The 105 estates presented this morning are more than 10 years delinquent. No probate filings have been made in all that time, nor have there been continuances granted by my office. Should this body choose to agree to move forward in the administrative closing of these 105 estates, my office would then place a Class 1 ad in the newspaper, which is a legal requirement, giving legal notice of these estates pending closing settlement status. We would also send out letters to all last known addresses of personal representatives, letting them know that they are free to show this commission cause as to why the estate should remain open. But if nothing happens, the estate would close on public record. This ensures that all interested parties have at least legal notice that the estate is both delinquent and is up for administrative closing. With that, and without any questions from this commission, I ask for this commission's consideration in moving forward with the process for administratively closing the 105 delinquent estates as presented for final approval before this body no later than March 5th, 2026.
Well, I mean, it's quite a list of folks there, and I'm comfortable with the fact that if you put something, even though the newspaper is not widely read in particular, but also a letter will be sent to the last known address of that person. Now, is there an opportunity for them to reopen
Absolutely.
in the future if they would?
Absolutely. Say they're going through a long, arduous land litigation process through courts, which shouldn't take 10 years, but could easily be seen as taking 4 or 5 years. Let's say they miss the notice and the administrative closing goes through, and they need to reconstitute their authority as personal representatives for the estate. We have done that for years. That's not a difficult process to go through.
Anybody else have any questions for Will?
I do have a relative on their list, so I probably should abstain from the.
Okay.
John, you good?
Yeah, I guess, these estates are, the ones we're talking about today, you say are over 10 years?
10 years delinquent, yes, sir.
Right, and this is just basically kind of cleaning your books up.
That is correct.
Right.
It's a way for fiduciary supervisors and county clerk's offices to understand that nothing is likely to move forward with these estates, and thus putting as I say, a period at the end of the sentence. Something was started, it needs to be ended.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with it because number one, the public, to your best ability, will be notified, and there is an opportunity to reopen if necessary.
Indeed there is.
So I'm good. All right, I need a motion to approve the 105
Delinquent estates.
administrative closings for delinquent
Administrative
estates.
closing. So moved.
I'll second that.
Properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you.
Mercifully, that's all I.
Let the record show abstain.
Let the record show that Commissioner Catlett abstained due to a relative connection. Very good.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I think we're in a position where we're about ready to take a little break. So let's let's take a break, get some pictures of our commissioner, and we'll go on about our day, all right? We'll take a few minute break. All right, we're back in session. Next up, Gary Wine, County Administrator.
Thank you, Mr. President. So I have just some housekeeping issues, and the very first one, if you will, is that of the commission itself, and if you or it cares to make any changes with regard to its committee appointments.
Do not, actually, I had reached out to several of the members to make sure that they were okay with what they had. Everybody seemed to be satisfied. Is that still the case?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm good.
Right.
We'll get notice to all those executive members so they know that they get the pleasure of the same person for another year. The next one I have is the commission meeting schedule for calendar year 2026. It's in front of you. It has all of the listings to include your budget hearings and so on and so forth. So if no one has any concerns or changes, if we could get that one adopted, please.
Okay, need a motion to adopt the meeting schedule.
So moved, Mr. President.
Been moved.
Second
Been moved.
that.
Second, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, thank you.
The next one, for housekeeping purposes, is your holiday schedule. As the commission knows, this is an election year, so there's 2 additional days added to that. So there's 14 full days and 2 half days in calendar year 2026. And they're listed on there for your review and approval.
And not to include the ones as the governor may
Yeah,
declare.
more coming.
Right.
Stand by.
Okay. Need a motion to approve those.
So moved, Mr. President.
Been moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes
you.
have it.
The next one is your mileage reimbursement rate. While we try not to have to get in the business of reimbursing mileage, because you have a fleet that everyone has access to, those occasions do occur. We referenced the IRS, and their schedule did change. It went from 70 cents per mile to 72.5 cents per mile, if the commission chooses to approve and adopt.
Good. Need a motion to approve the mileage rate.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you.
You said that was 72.5?
Yes, sir.
Boils down to $60 a barrel now.
Well, we're gonna get some extra.
Yeah, poor barrel.
Go get that
Poor oil guy.
Venezuela oil, we'll really be dropping in prices.
That's
here
right.
soon.
Heavy crude.
Mhm.
Right. The last thing I have is Inwood Park requisition number, pardon me, I'm like Eddie, I gotta catch back up. For this is reimbursement on the grant money from HUD. It's what number it is, but there's a resolution for it. Essentially, it's the payment to Lance was $159,354.82, but there's HUD CDS funds there for $4,785.40. So we just need resolution approved, please.
Yep, that's resolution number 3.
There it is.
So moved.
Thank you.
A second.
It's been moved and second. Any further discussion?
It's resolution number 3.
Thank you.
Is that money coming along fine, Gary? and all
Perfectly,
the
it's pretty
aspects?
quick, actually,
Yeah,
Steve.
because I know it's a lot of pots.
Once they went back to work, after their furlough and stuff was when the money just started moving pretty fast. Yeah.
Good, good. So the federal money is going to be
Moving
fine.
fine.
Not
Yes, so
no
far.
issues.
So far.
Good.
Okay, need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you.
That's it for me.
Okay, did you want to do executive session now?
You can, or you want to get Jennifer done? and out of the
Yeah,
way?
we can bring Jennifer up. Sure. Good morning. You ready? Okay.
Morning.
So, in everyone's packet, we do have a resolution. So the Berkeley County Commission is being asked to set and advertise for a public hearing to consider the creation of, the Economic Opportunity Development District. So it's the EODD. Historically, we have called it a STIF district, so a sales tax increment financing. But according to our bond counsel, it is, in fact, an economic opportunity development district. So I want to make sure going forward, that's what we're mentioning. This step is required by West Virginia state law. Before the county can approve the district, it also has to be submitted to the West Virginia Division of Economic Development for final authorization. So I guess, a little bit about what an economic opportunity development district is. It is a state authorized financing tool under West Virginia Code 7, Article 22, and it allows a county to create a defined district, which I have passed out a map that does define the district. It allows the county to finance major infrastructure and public facilities. It also is a direct only sales tax for those. It allows you to use those sales tax dollars to pay for those improvements. It also allows to issue bonds backed by the district's tax revenue. And I want to mention, this is not the county's general fund. So the district will be about approximately 275 acres, located right off of exit 8 in the Tabler Station area. And the commission, according to the resolution, the commission will be required to have that public hearing on February 5th, 2026 at 11 a.m. And the public can come comment on the district boundaries, the project, and the financing methods. I also want to mention that with this new district, again, the bonds are not backed by any county generated funds. There are no property tax increases involved and no county sales tax increase. And if the project fails, the county is not legally responsible for payment.
Okay, and how will that public hearing be advertised so that?
Steptoe and Johnson will be handling the publication.
Do I have any questions for Jennifer on this? And this is what we would have referred to as a sales tax.
No, sir.
No, so
This
it
a
is.
stiff, right?
Yes, it has been historically just mentioned as a STIF district, but it is the EODD, so it is the Economic Opportunity Development District.
Maybe I just misspoke, but that was,
It's a new and
we're on the
improved,
same wavelength.
yeah, it's a new and improved name.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mr. President, if I can, with no questions, but you afforded yourself this opportunity when you created the TIF districts, right? So the county commission, when they created these TIFs, had the foresight into an opportunity for a project just like this. So when you talk about quality of life and the growth of the economy and everything, this is an opportunity that you only get because you had led with Jennifer. Jennifer was part that you made the decision to create those two TIF districts, which is the real estate part of this. So now this is the next step, and if it works and you can get it approved, it's going to be a great thing for Berkeley County.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to stop the outflow of traffic, and also it is going to capture the visitor spend that would be going to Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia.
Just went to Virginia last weekend. Okay.
It says economic other. Some of them refer to it as a state.
I thought we was on the same wavelength there, so. Okay, I need a motion to adopt the resolution setting a public hearing regarding the Economic Opportunity Development District application for February the 5th, 2026 at 11 a.m.
So moved.
Been properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Is that a Thursday?
Pardon?
Is that a Thursday?
I don't know. Hold on.
Yes.
Hang a second.
Got a head nod over there.
All right. We're ready for the executive session then, correct?
The chief is here. Since they're here,
We could take care of them, it's 11.
I'll do them.
Yeah, we can do
Sorry.
that.
Just trying not to ask them to leave here and bring them back.
Yeah.
Morning, sir.
Morning, gentlemen, ma'am.
You ready to go?
Yes, sir. So, what's first?
The rifle plates.
Rifle plates. Rifle plates, sent out bids, we got back one. At a cost of $34,164. These are plates that'll stop a rifle round, and they fit inside the current vests that we're gonna buy.
How many, chief? Enough for every officer?
Well, we're going for 45 right now. That's gonna cover patrol. And I wanna take that money out of forfeiture.
And the bid that you got does meet your spec and your
Yes.
need?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. All right, I need a motion to approve the elliptic.
Angle
rifle
armor?
plates. Correct. So moved.
I second that.
Been properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, ayes have it.
The second part of that quote was for new panels and actual vests themselves. One bid came back in, which is the same as the plates, Angel Armor. The price was $65,775.60. This fiscal year, the commission gave us $32,000 for vests. It's going to leave us with $33,775.60, which we can absorb in our current line item, unless you guys.
Is that also for 45 vests too?
We would love for you to do that. We would love for you to do that.
He did not just
Ask
give
more
you
money.
money. No, it's not what he meant.
No,
That's a perfect opportunity to partner. You're a great partner with us. Thank you.
Yes, sir. That's all I have as far as those
I
vests.
think,
So they meet our specs.
Brandy may have a question.
It is, to answer your question, sir, it is for 45.
Okay.
The new panels and the vests will be 45 because this new carrier that we're going to will accommodate the panel where our former would not.
Gotcha.
And these should be more durable and easier for us to get ordering going forward.
How often do we replace these? Is this like
Every 5 years.
every 5 years? Wow, okay. I
It's
thought it was,
expensive, I know.
yep, yeah. I think that's pretty good lifespan, 5 years.
And the next, in this next budget year, we'll be having to do, I should say. the
Sure.
rest of them for
Okay.
expiration date.
And they do meet our specs, sir.
Very good.
We currently do have two, and I have one of them, and it's very nice.
Good. All right, need a motion to approve the ballistic panels and carriers.
So moved.
second.
Been properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Ayes have it. Thank you.
We have some other stuff, but am I paying for that, or are you guys good?
I don't have anything else on my list,
Yeah,
but
we're good. The rest is all on you.
Okay.
You gonna dance?
Sorry?
You just gonna dance or
I
what?
can dance, but not in front of you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
I left you a message yesterday to give me a call.
You did,
I did.
and you're calling me out in front of everybody.
Well, if you'd returned the call, I wouldn't have had to
Would
do
you call me
that.
on my office phone or my cell phone?
Sir, I called you on the only number I have.
My
So
cell phone.
I don't know. Yeah, it was cell number. Sure.
Way to go, chief.
I'm gonna call you back, sir.
Thank you.
I didn't see it. My office phone's been messed up. They just
Well,
fixed it yesterday.
It was not a major deal. It was not a major deal, and that's, I'm certainly not making a deal out of it, but it was the same gentleman that has been calling me in reference to
Cattle.
the cattle. So,
How's the dog situation?
I haven't heard anything from them since we did what we did.
Yeah, I haven't
As far
heard
as I know, we're good.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from him either.
Now the cattle, I've sent Kevin Jones up there a couple times. He said the gate's always locked when he tries to get there. He's contacted that person on the phone, and he says he's got 3 separate fields and he rotates the cattle around. But I know that your people are telling you that that's not true.
Yes.
But I'll contact Chief Jones again today, and I'll have him do some more checking on it.
if you would, please, I mean, the gentleman that contacts me is a farmer.
Yes, sir.
And he understands the necessity of cattle being fed properly and he's got concerns that perhaps they're not. So I'd like for us to be able to get to the end of this and settle his concern and make sure that they are taken care of.
I don't think he lives on the property, which is probably a
Well,
problem as well.
I believe he does. I think he's been out of town,
Oh, okay,
and I think he's home now. I think he's
Okay.
back.
I'll send them out there today.
But yeah, I understand, the gates have been closed because I go past there regularly.
They have,
And,
they have like a padlock on them or something.
yeah, I know they've been closed.
Okay. I'll take care of it, sir.
Thank you, I
Sorry I
appreciate
missed
it.
your call. I apologize.
No worry. Thank you.
You guys have a great day.
You too. All right. We're getting ready. We need to go in
Executive session for real
to
estate.
executive session for personnel.
Real estate, sir. Real estate and personal.
Real estate and personnel. We are in executive session. Need a motion?
So move to go into executive session for real estate.
Yeah, we are in executive session. We're back in, out of executive session, back in our regular session, and there will be action taken.
Mr. President, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to terminate Madeline Waters from her position as a peer recovery coach from the Berkeley County Community Corrections.
Been properly motioned
Second.
and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you. That's going to conclude our business for the day. Any items from the public? The motion of recess.
Mr. President, I move that we recess.
We are in recess.